Hello everyone, we are Team Cure Me Baby, and yeah, so this is our team. We didn't have time to put the two other members, so we are reusing one of our old hackathon slides. Yeah, okay. So starting with the problem, which is mental health, cultural stigmas discourage individuals from seeking help. So we've noticed, particularly in Asian countries, mental health issues are often neglected, and people usually treat it as some kind of sickness, so a lot of people are afraid to speak out. As such, that leads to profound social pressure as it is considered weird by people. Another issue is users that have privacy and confidentiality fears, because if word gets out that you are mentally sick, people will treat you differently and your mental health will get worse. Okay, so as such, we came up with this, which is a gamified AI psychiatrist that delivers personalized, adaptive, and private care in a TE. So this is our architecture. So the transactions will be done on NEAR, and the users will be able to upload the documents, their own personal documents, to a RAG model, and the users will be able to query this LLM, and they will be able to chat with a personalized AI. So here, the LLM contains a prompt which is updated by the swarm here. So these swarms actually interact with each other in order to find out what's the better prompt to use. So think of it as like 100 doctors that are constantly discussing with each other on which one is the better prompt to help the users get better. All right. So moving on to the live demo. Here is our landing page, and once you go in, you'll be greeted with this. So actually, this is meant to be shown the day after you have interacted with the game to see whether you have improved or not. And depending on that, it would affect the AI prompt. All right, moving on. So the first feature will be the chat, right, the RAG chat. So here you can upload your own personalized documents. Yep, it could be your journal entries or whatever. And then it will be saved in the local RAG storage. And yep, we're going to give it a prompt here. And while we wait for it to load, we are going to move on to the next feature, which is the memory generation. So we took this inspiration from Inside Out, where you see there are 3 orbs here. So these orbs actually generate an image and a description of your emotional state based on what you did for that particular day itself. So if you interacted with that platform, it will generate a summary as such. So we're going to generate one for today, and while we wait for it, we'll move on to the chat. Move back to the chat, and you can see that it is a personalized response based on the document you have answered. Okay, so moving on would be the evaluating the improvement score, which I'll pass on to my friend.
Okay, so this works as today all the users' interaction and the feedback, it will be sent into the swarm. Then the swarm will analyze to see based on its previous one, is it getting better or not? Because for the swarm, it's actually generating a prompt. Then the prompt is used by an LLM. So if the user is actually getting better, then they'll continue doing generating the same prompt in the same way. However, if the user is actually not getting better, they are getting sadness every day, then the swarm will know that, oh, this feedback is not that good. So that they'll generate another way of the prompt to let the LM to talk to the user to make it feel better.
So after all the swarms generated the improvement suggestion, another AI will look at this suggestion and the original prompt by the RAG, and then the AI will produce a new set of prompt to make the RAG become better. So it's like, imagine your AI will become more closer to you, understands you more well day by day. So now let's move back to the
Let's move back to the memory generated. So just now, as you can see, when we interacted with the chatbot, we have uploaded our own personal documents, and as well as expressing our sense of feeling lost and overwhelmed. And you can see here, it actually takes account into those actions that you have done on the platform and generates an emotional state for you. So we want to treat this as like a memory lane where in the future, where you can look back at particular days and see how your emotional state compares to now. Oh yeah, and also this is the wallet. You can make subscriptions on NEAR itself. Yeah, we're doing a subscription-based model.
And we also deployed a non-PE version on the NEAR AI hub, so you can try it out. It's using the same prompt, same storage logic, just without the TE.
So you guys have any questions?
Really cool, and indeed very good application where privacy is extremely important. I'm curious, how would you evaluate the kind of this therapist? Like, how does user know that this is a good therapist, right, and leading to a right direction versus not?
Okay, so basically, if you look at the code, you can see that actually there's a prompt like for the swarm there's actually 3 stages. So for the first stages is like actually there's a lot of different a lot of LLMs inside the swarm. So in the first stages is that the user will ask the LLM inside and they'll get you a response. Then on the second one, all of the LLMs will have their own answer. Then they'll criticize each other to see which is correct, which is wrong. Then only on the third stage, there's like a big boss that will see which one is the best one and also do a summary. So basically, you can see inside the code here, which we run just now, which is just now, you can see that there's actually like therapist 0, because you only put 1, because running a lot of LM in my computer is very heavy. And then there's also like the supervisor here. So basically, when the user's actually getting better, that means that the swarm is getting, the swarm is going in the correct direction. However, if it's in the wrong direction, then they will actually discuss together and say, oh, actually, the user is getting sad every day. I think this is not a good stuff. And then they'll like all discuss out and then go to another correct way. And also because the swarm is so good that, because LLM, it will hallucinate, but the swarm, it will provide more context. So if the user is actually happy on the outside, but sad in the inside, it will also prompt more to let the user talk more in-depth stuff to ensure that it is really what is his real feeling.
Additional question?
Yeah, I have 2 questions. One, which is in terms of strategies for safeguards. What have you thought about for that?
Or do you mean by safeguarding the data?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I meant safeguarding, in terms of how you're interacting with users so that, things aren't going off the rails in terms of the kind of conversation, the topics that are being picked. If people are becoming, more problematic, they're having deeper problems, then something like this modality should address.
Okay, actually, this is like one of the benefit of the swarm, because normal LLM without the swarm, right? If you ask him like, oh, actually I want to die, then the LLM maybe say, okay, then you go and die, then you become happy or something like that. But the swarm will not only sees like what makes you happy, it also sees like, is it morally correct or logically correct? Like, it won't make you hurt yourself, but will make you feel better over time. Like, this is the power. That's why we use this Jensen.
Okay, and then the other question, it's, in terms of the relationship, did you think about it all doing gamify that involved, something more like group therapy, where, a user is also dealing with, some other people with similar concerns, so that it's, not just a therapy-patient relationship, but patients have kind of friends that they're going through the situation with.
This one is actually also possible, because actually, if you are interacting with the swarm yourself only, you need to like have some more iterations compared to where there's a group of people interacting with the swarm. Because for that, the swarm will learn more. So if you have the same problem and you are in the same group, then it will become more effective.
Yeah, so the time is up. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, thank
for being here.